The baby Boks have destroyed England, despite being down, by the way, 12-20 at half-time. When I say baby Boks, it's quite funny because, to be honest, baby Boks doesn't seem very threatening, does it, compared to the Springboks? But anyway, albeit they have just demolished England 53-37, and I want to talk about a few things here because everyone's going to say, hey, why are you talking about the Boks? Why are you not talking about the other countries? I want to talk, first of all, and if you clicked on this just because of the Boks, give me 30 seconds. I want to talk about New Zealand and France because that was the other semi-final. And France went out there and did something insane because they were really down bad against New Zealand. It wasn't an easy game and they scored a beautiful try to win it at the end. So France will play South Africa in the final of the Under-20 World Championship. Let me just add one thing. Three or 4 days ago, I made a video called South Africa versus France, the battle for rugby supremacy. And a lot of you guys said I was wrong. Does this prove my point? Kind of. Because even at the under-20 level, because that's what I was talking about in that video, I was saying, hey, the under-20s are going to dominate, like are proof that the world is going to be all around South Africa and France in the next 10 years at least in terms of rugby. I think that South Africa and France will dominate. And this is kind of direct proof, right? The baby Boks are going to play against the baby Bleus in the final in a couple of days' time, I think. No, probably in a week's time, right? I'm not too sure. It must be in a week's time. I doubt that it's that they don't get at least 1 week rest. Anyway, so how did the Boks do this? First of all, they defeated England because England had a red card. I think it's important to note. Was it the only reason? No, but it made their life easier. And they, once again, kind of like the Springboks do, just won the game based off just being superior in all the sort of base areas of rugby, all the areas of rugby such as the scrum, the maul, the ruck, the set pieces, and the power, the physicality, just the sheer size of these guys who are apparently under 20, but I'd like to know if that's if actually true. I'm 24, and you put me on that field, I'm getting cut in half multiple times. I'm so impressed by that level of rugby, and I think that the level of rugby will only get better because you see some under-20 teams like the baby Boks performing just sort of as good as like professional men teams, you know, where sort of people don't have to be below 20 years of age. Anyway, congrats to the baby Boks. If you're watching this and you're South African, you can be reassured, you can sleep well knowing that the next generations are gonna carry South African rugby. And if you're an English fan watching, well, you're kind of in the same position as the men's side, right? The professional men's side. I'm English. I'm half English, half French, and you know, for once, I've got the rugby team that's doing well. It wasn't always the case, and it used to be England doing well. These days, it's more France doing well. But yeah, all I can say is that it kind of does reinforce my point on the fact that the baby Boks and the baby Bleus are going to be the future of rugby, and not far behind is England and New Zealand, right? Maybe Ireland. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. What does this sort of the Under-20 World Championship tell us about the future of rugby? Is it good that it's South Africa versus France? Or is it worrying that they kind of clearly just got to the final? I mean, it was hard fought for France especially. You could argue it was hard fought for South Africa, but they killed England in the second half. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you soon. This is the third video I'm doing today. I think you can tell I love my rugby. Bye-bye.